Revenge and forgiveness. Most people think they're opposites, but what if the most powerful form of revenge is actually radical kindness?
That's such an intriguing paradox to explore. What led you to this perspective?
Well, I've been studying this fascinating concept of perfect charity. It's this radical approach where instead of retaliating when wronged, you respond with overwhelming goodness. Ancient wisdom traditions have talked about this for centuries, but modern psychology is just starting to catch up.
That seems to go against everything we naturally feel when someone hurts us. How does that actually work in practice?
So here's what's fascinating: studies show that holding on to resentment actually triggers our fight or flight response, releasing stress hormones that can damage our health over time. But when we choose to respond with kindness, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, reducing inflammation and improving mental health.
Oh wow, so there's actually a physiological benefit to this approach?
Exactly. And get this: research from Stanford's Forgiveness Project shows people who practice radical forgiveness experience a 70% reduction in chronic stress symptoms. It's like this spiritual practice has these very tangible physical effects.
That's really compelling data. How does this connect to the idea of justice, though?
Well, here's where it gets interesting. This approach doesn't deny justice, it transcends it. The text specifically talks about being justified yet not sinning, acknowledging the wrong while choosing to operate on this higher level of responding with good.
So it's more about breaking cycles than ignoring harm?
Precisely. And historical examples show how powerful this can be. Look at the civil rights movement. Dr. King's principle of nonviolent resistance wasn't passive. It was this active force of good in response to violence. It literally transformed society.
That makes me think about how this might apply to current social conflicts.
That's where this gets really practical. Studies in conflict resolution show that when one party responds to aggression with unexpected kindness, it often disrupts the entire cycle of retaliation. It's like throwing a wrench in the gears of violence.
Well, that's fascinating. So it's actually a strategic approach rather than just a moral one?
Exactly. And here's what's really powerful: neuroscience research shows that when we witness acts of unexpected kindness, it activates mirror neurons in our brain. We're literally wired to be inspired by and imitate this kind of response.
That's such an interesting biological basis for social change. Have there been studies on the long-term effects?
Yes. Research from the Greater Good Science Center shows communities that practice restorative justice, which embodies this principle, see a 50% reduction in repeat offenses compared to traditional punitive approaches. It's like this ripple effect of transformation.
That's remarkable data. How does someone actually develop this capacity, though?
Well, the text talks about this as a narrow gate, suggesting it's challenging but achievable through practice. Modern mindfulness research backs this up, showing that compassion meditation actually increases gray matter in brain regions associated with empathy and emotional regulation.
So you're saying this is actually a skill we can develop rather than just an ideal to aspire to?
Exactly. And what's fascinating is how this connects to ancient wisdom. The text talks about everything being a gift from above, which parallels recent psychological research on gratitude. Studies show practicing gratitude literally rewires our brain to be more resilient and generous.
That's such a powerful convergence of ancient wisdom and modern science.
And here's the kicker: when we respond this way, we're not just transforming ourselves. Research shows these acts of unexpected kindness create what scientists call moral elevation in witnesses, inspiring similar behavior in others. It's like this contagious form of positive change.
That really does make it sound like the ultimate form of revenge against negativity itself.
Precisely. As the text says, it works for me not just as a personal practice, but as a powerful force for transformation in our world. It's like we're hacking the system of human conflict with something more powerful than hatred. Perfect charity. Precisely. As the text says, it works for me not just as a personal practice, but as a powerful force for transformation in our world. It's like we're hacking the system of human conflict with something more powerful than hatred. Perfect charity.